In front of me, I have 5 boots from the Crispi Briksdal line, as well as the Alpine Pro. In this video, I'm just going to give an overview of each boot, talk about the similarities, the differences, and why you would use each one. However, the best thing that you can do is to just call us a gearful and talk to someone about what you need. There's so many variables that come into play. Everyone's foot is a little different. Everyone's needs are a little different. So getting that personalized help is invaluable. Now, that being said, I'm going to take a couple of these out real quick just because I don't want to confuse you guys too much. We've got the Briksdal Mountain, the Briksdal EFX, and the Briksdal Pro, the Briksdal Mountain SF, the Briksdal Pro SF, and then the Alpine Pro. Now, these 3 boots we're going to save for later because the Mountain SF and the Mountain are very similar, and then obviously the Pro and Pro SF are very similar. So we'll talk about these 3 Briksdal boots. All 3 of them are going to be waterproof. They have a Gore-Tex liner. This one's going to be a synthetic boot at 9 inches. This one's going to be a leather and synthetic boot at 9 inches. This one is going to be a leather and synthetic boot at 10 inches with 200 grams of insulation. All 3 of these boots do have a vulcanized rubber rand, and I think that's about it for similarities. We'll get into some of the differences here. Starting with the Briksdal Mountain. This is going to be a level 3 stiffness. So it's kind of right in between. This is a good all-rounder. It's not going to do fantastic on that super technical terrain, but it's also not going to give you blisters when you're walking across a flat road for a long time. For most guys, I end up telling them that this is the best boot to go with if you're only buying one. The synthetic in this boot keeps it lightweight. It also lets it dry quickly, and because of the different fabric options that you have around this boot, it's really breathable, so your foot doesn't get wet and then it doesn't get cold because you're probably staying dry. Now, I will say that I've found the Gore-Tex liner in these boots to wear out a little bit quicker than a stiffer boot, and I believe that's just because you have more flex, so that Gore-Tex liner is moving more. Basically allows it to wear down quicker. This is going to be the same midsole that's shared by a lot of level 3 stiffness Crispi boots, and the outsole is the Crispi Mega Grip outsole. Again, they use that on a lot of their boots. This outsole has a softer rubber compound. It's designed to have great traction on wet surfaces, rocks, logs, that kind of thing. Where it doesn't do fantastic is it holds mud a little bit. It doesn't have super deep lugs, so if you're in loose soil, it doesn't hook up the best. It still works fine. And because it's a softer rubber, it does tend to wear out a little quicker. Now, moving on to the EFX, it's going to have that same midsole that you see in the Mountain, but that's about it for similarities. It's got a different upper. This is grease leather, synthetic in the tongue, and you're also got a different outsole. So I think this boot should be a really popular boot. It is heavier, it does not breathe as well, but it does have a level 4 stiffness, so I think that's going to help the Gore-Tex liner in this boot last just a little bit longer. Looking at the bottom, this is the Vibram Full Control outsole. Same outsole they put on the Lapona Pros, and I'm really excited to see how this one performs. I haven't used it myself in the field, but it's designed to shed mud quicker and do really well in looser terrain, while also having a deeper lug and a slightly harder rubber, so it's not gonna wear out quite as quickly as the Mega Grip outsole. I think for most hunters, they're gonna find that this outsole is actually more fitting for most of the terrain that they're in. And then myself, I like the stiffness of that level 4, but this isn't, I'd call it like a level 4 minus. So it's still gonna have nice rocker motion, and if you're walking across flat, this boot should still perform really well, while also having stiffness for the torsion when you are trying to cut into a side hill or walking on technical terrain. So I think this is gonna be a really great all-rounder, and anyone that likes a little more of a structured boot, I believe this is gonna be a fantastic option. So next, we'll move on to the Briksdal Pro. Now this is also a leather boot, vulcanized rubber rand. You do go up to 10 inches on this one, and it's got synthetic materials more towards the top. This boot is kind of breathable, but for the most part, anything with leather like this will not have great breathability compared to a synthetic boot. Now this is also a level 4 stiffness, but it's definitely stiffer than the EFX. So I've found that this boot is a really great option if you know that you're going on a technical hunt, but you don't love a super stiff boot. So I've been super happy with the way that this performs, cutting into side hills and basically handling on rocky terrain. Also, with this outsole, it's going to be the hardest composite out of any of these outsoles. So this is going to last a little longer. It's going to hold up a bit better on sharp rocks and such, things you're going to experience with technical terrain. The only thing that I have found with this boot for my own foot is that I have a little bit of heel lift if I'm walking on flat ground. So again, once you get into a more mountaineering style boot, the downside or the cost of it is that if you have to walk 2 miles down a road before you get up the mountain, you can have some troubles there. So I've had to lace these a little bit specifically just to decrease that heel lift. Now this is a 200 gram insulated boot and it's a little bit heavier, so keep that in mind when you're making your choice. This is probably not going to be a great early season option. Mid to late season on technical terrain is where I would put this boot. So now we'll move to the Mountain SF and the Pro SF. The first thing I'm going to mention is that these both share the same outsole as the Pro. Other than that, the differences between these boots are really just in the stiffness. If you know you like a stiff boot, this is a fantastic, lightweight, breathable option. It's not going to be insulated, and you're going to have a very similar upper as this, just with more stiffness, and it'll be better suited for technical terrain. With the Pro and the Pro SF, literally the only difference is the stiffness, and it's really not that much of a difference going from a 4, what I would call a 4+, to a 5. They're both stiff boots. They're both going to perform much the same. And if you are the guy that likes a stiff boot, the Alpine Pro is fairly new, and I think this is going to be kind of a neat option. It's a little bit niche because it is a shorter top, it's a synthetic boot, it's breathable, but you're at a level 5, probably a 5+ for stiffness. This is an incredibly stiff boot. It is compatible with crampons, and it does have a slightly narrower toe box than the whole Briksdal lineup. So this is going to have more of a mountaineering feel, but it also might not be as comfortable for some people. This does have the same outsole as these 3 boots, and the differences between the Mountain SF and this boot are pretty minimal, honestly. I think this is going to be a little bit stiffer, and you're going to find a shorter top, also crampon compatibility, and a bit of a different lacing system. But the biggest difference between these two is the way it's going to feel on your foot just because of the tapered toe on this one here. So hopefully that kind of helps you guys understand this lineup and make the right choice for your next hunt. As I said, the best thing you can do is just give us a call and let us talk you through what your needs are. If you are looking to buy, shop at gearful.com, support us, support these videos, and earn waypoints towards future purchases. If you are looking at potentially a softer boot, I did do a video breaking down a lot of the softer boots in the Crispi lineup. That's linked right here.